Welcome back to Tell Me More About It. I'm your co host, Larry, with my other co host.
Vernon.
And if this is your guys' first time watching our podcast or tuning in to any streaming platform, we'd like to say welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back, family. On this podcast, Vernon and I talk about a whole lot of topics, but today we're keeping it pretty lighthearted because the last couple ones have been pretty serious. Um, so we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna see what's up with Vernon. So what's up with you, Vernon?
Yeah, so we decided to do an update, and a lot has happened since our last update. I don't know if any of you are keeping up with us, if I'm just being real. Maybe none of you, but
Maybe a few.
maybe in 5 years, you guys will look back and be like, oh, there was a little transition there.
Right.
So, as you guys know, I have a digital marketing agency. And I've just been working on that, grinding on that for a long time. And I think when I first started, or near to when I was first starting, I came on here and I was talking about it. And made a lot of progress. I've learned a lot, made a lot of mistakes, got clients, lost clients, learned how to sell better, show people how I can help them more. So just all these different things that I've learned along the way. And I think the advice that I would give just on that specifically from a business perspective, from not knowing anything about it to really becoming like a specialist at it, is it's hard and it's a grind every single day. And it's almost like you have to be intentional to just push through even when you don't feel like you want to do it. And then eventually one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, dang, I actually understand this stuff now. Like, I remember when I knew nothing. Like, I didn't even know how to do this, and now I'm doing this in 2 minutes, and it used to take me an hour. So I say that to say, regardless of where you start, you just got to keep going and don't ever stop. Even if you're tired, even if you don't feel like doing it, you got to just keep going. I was about to take a nap today. I don't have anything against naps, but I was like, you know what? No, I got stuff to do. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to make this work. So, and I actually got like an extra hour's work of working. So that's what's been going on with me business wise. Now, personal.
Wait, let's do personal next.
Well, you want to go?
I want to go.
All right.
All right. So as you for business guys for handling my business, what I've been up to is obviously, as you guys know, if you don't know, I'm a student. I go to Wright State University. Vernon and I both live in Ohio. Wright State is a college in Ohio, and I'm in the MBA program, and I'm taking a statistics course. Besides that, I'm doing the podcast with Vernon every week. We post every Friday, and then I'm still creating music when I get a chance. I'm trying to learn how to engineer better each and every day. I'm not see my undergrad degree was in engineering and things like that, so I was learning. But now that I'm in totally something different, I'm trying to find ways to still learn and get better at engineering and mixing and mastering people. If you need a mix, also, I'll leave my email in the description below because I'm open to mix for you. But now for personal stuff. Go ahead, V.
Yeah, I have a little more to say about the. I don't know. Something you said kind of sparked that my interest. How you're trying to continue to learn, and that kind of makes me think of a whole bunch of people make excuses, me included. I make excuses sometimes, and you just say, "Well, it seems like it'll take too long, or there's too much to learn, or well, maybe if I just get this degree, then I'll know everything for the rest of my career." And that's like, if you have that philosophy, you're going to have a long life because whatever you're learning now, I'm going to just be real with you. In 10 years, at the rate that technology's moving, if you haven't learned anything, you're going to be way far behind. Like, especially what I've learned in the digital marketing business where things are just consistently changing with technology and whatnot. It changes every day,
Right.
every single day. And you have to continue to learn every single day. So remember that. And that's why I say find something that you truly like love doing and are happy with, because there is no I'm gonna do this and grind for 4 years and then I don't do anything else.
No.
Because I'll tell you right now, the people that they spent 4 years getting a business degree and learning all that stuff, if they stay where they are, and I didn't get a business, I have an associate's degree. So I'm saying people that have like a bachelor's, if they stay where they are, I'm going to like quadruple make what they are just because I'm keeping up with everything and I'm continuing to learn. And at some point, so when you go to college, if it's been like 5 or 10 years and you haven't done anything, you're going to go to that company and they're going to be like, I don't care what you did in college. What have you been doing these past 5 to 10 years?
Gotta have work experience.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
So I say that to say always learn, always be learning, and always try to grow. So remember that in your professional life and personal, but specifically in your professional, because that's how you're going to provide for yourself. That's how you're going to provide for your family and hopefully get enough to where you can help others. So that's a very big part of life. And if you just give it a little bit of time at one period in your life and none in the future, rough life, rough life.
Exactly. Like for instance, like I'm looking. I don't know what I'm gonna do to learn, continue to learn, but either you can watch some YouTube videos, guys, to keep learning, do a online course, get a certificate, something to continue learning. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do to keep on learning how to mix and master, but I definitely want to do it.
Yeah.
So
And for those of you that say, like, well, I don't have money for college, I can't do the college route. Now we're in a time where there are so many different programs and certificates. And I'm in the business world, so I can say this because I talk to owners every day, so I know what they're thinking. They don't care. They want to know, what have you done for someone else? Can you help me? Have you helped them before? Can you fix this issue? So if you are an expert at it and you can show them, hey, I've done this, they don't care about your degree. They don't care about anything. They want what they want. They want results. So, okay, you're telling me I give you this, you'll double it. What have you done for someone else? Oh, this is what I've done. Okay, do it. So that's just kind of how the world is going. Now, there is education in that. I'm not saying you can't do anything. College is a route you can go. There's trade schools. There's
community college. There's
yeah. I mean, that's still college.
oh, but it's different. Yeah, but you said trade school, so I was thinking community college, same thing.
Yeah. So you just got to do something. Like find a course that's like certified to where people see it and they'll be like, oh, okay. So there's too many options not to do anything and to make the excuse, well, I don't have the money to do it, especially in today's age.
You guys don't want to hear my take on school, and if you don't have the money for it, because I'm gonna tell you, you can go get a loan. Stop making excuses. You can go to military and they'll literally pay for your school.
Well,
You don't want to hear my take on it.
a loan.
Man, you're gonna pay it off. It's in the long run. See, in the short term, it's gonna look like it's not worth it. But in the long term, when everybody's starting to plateau in their careers and you have a degree and companies like it's gonna in the long term it's gonna pan out for you.
That's not necessarily true for everybody. If you pay $200,000 for
A degree.
let's say it's some random degree like doing art underwater or something random that no one really cares about, and you go and try to get a job and you pay $200,000 for that degree, you're not making it back. No one needs that. No one cares.
That's true, but you don't understand that even with the most randomish degree, some jobs just require you to have a degree, and they'll give you a job. So you'll be making more than someone who didn't have that degree, so he couldn't work, and he couldn't. You'll be starting off higher than him, and eventually so you'll have that money, and then you'll be able to pay off some of the loan each and every month or year, or whatever, and eventually you'll pay it off.
Well, that's not necessarily. It depends what it is. Because what if it's a specialty? If someone is certified to do something, but then that other person has that random degree, they're going to go with the person that's certified, regardless of if it's a college degree or not, because they know how to do it.
That's true. I give you that. But you said if it was anything, so I was thinking like someone who works in just pains in the underwater goes to the factory and they need him. He's gonna make more than somebody without a degree because he has a degree.
I'm not saying degrees are useless for
I
everyone
know
out there.
you're not.
So,
No. We were talking just about how the take on whether or not how the getting over the obstacle of paying for college. That's what we're talking about, and then we dived into it pretty deep.
yeah.
So if you want to crawl out of the hole, we can do that.
No, I mean, it's fine. It's do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, Because Dave Ramsey was just talking about this, because in our society, people feel like you have to have a degree
No, you don't have to.
succeed and to like be ahead in life. And he gave a very good analogy about this.
You don't have to at all. It just helps. That's all.
He said there was this friend, and this is just like a meme, like this isn't anything real. It's just like fake, but this really happened. So he said there's a friend that he went to college and he has this degree. It's not in engineering or anything that's in very high demand. It was just like a random degree. So let's say it was like a business degree. Now this guy lost his job. The business guy lost his job, and he was struggling to find another job because he didn't really specialize in anything. Like, he just knew how to do stuff.
Right.
So the other guy went to trade school and became an electrician. So now that dude that was living on his own had to go, the guy that has a degree had to go back and live with his mom. And that dude,
just living by himself, making money.
No, the dude that went to trade school is cutting off his power right now. But that's just real. The world we're moving into is specialized. What do you specialize in? It used to be have a degree and now you're good. But even jobs, sometimes they'll say, okay, you have this degree, you can get into the door. But they're saying, okay, but you need to do this. Like, we'll pay for you to do this. Because if you just stay in the same place, we have no use for you.
That is true. But the thing is, though, with that degree you got in the door, and then they'll say, well, okay, now you have to do some classes to specify something. If you didn't have that degree, you couldn't even get into that door. Maybe, but see, that's a maybe. With that degree, you have a higher chance.
That's not true. I'm saying this because I'm in the world. They care about experience.
Right.
That's what they want. So over that degree, they'll take experience. Because your experience means that, okay, you just didn't learn some random information that's not applicable in this real job. You've actually been there and done it. So I'm going to take you instead. I'm trying to tell you.
We got different perspectives on this, guys.
Go ask people in the workplace right now.
I got two at home.
Go ask them. Tell them if it's changing. Tell them if they would rather take someone.
I'll ask them that part.
Tell them if they would rather take someone fresh out of college or someone that didn't go to college but has all that work experience for the past 4 years versus that person with a degree. Who's going to get it?
But see, what if the main requirement is to have a degree?
It's changing.
No, but you don't realize sometimes on these applications, they'd be like, I have to have a 4-year degree.
Or work experience.
Yes, that is true.
Okay. We can agree to disagree on that one.
For sure.
I see the value in a degree. I have an associate. Do I think it helped me? Really? No. If I'm just being real. But that was for me. I went for business. And they teach you the same bland stuff that every other college throughout the country gets taught. And it's how to do a job. Like, they didn't even tell me like how to start a business. Like, they don't tell you that. They just tell you, okay, this is how you use a specific tool.
You went for business. You didn't go for entrepreneurship.
But I was going to, and I was looking at the curriculum. Anyway, we giving up too much. We're gonna have a whole podcast about this.
Sure, because it's been, how long has it been? It's been 13 minutes and 30 seconds. So back on the update, on a personal note, what have you been up to?
Personal, and I say this every time, I've been chilling, but I've also been working on a lot, trying to better myself. And each week, I'll try to give myself something new to really hone in on. And still, this has taken longer than a week. I'm working on trying to just move on, like kind of having that short-term memory where even if there's a setback, you don't hold on to that. You just keep moving and keep going. Because, and this is so hard for a lot of people to do, there's nothing you can do to go back in that moment. It's gone. So you can try to fix it in the future by, okay, next time I may not do it that way, but what you did in that moment, it's gone. There's nothing you can do. Mm-hmm. So you might as well just move forward.
Right.
And I'm saying that even if it is something horrible, there's still nothing that you can do about what you already did. All you can do is move forward and try to do better in the future.
Right. So
another thing that I've been trying to work on consistently is sleep. I was doing pretty good too. I was getting like 7 hours a night. Now I'm back down to like 4. And I'm like, I got to do something about this. That's why I was going to take a nap today. I got a massive headache. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't it.
Man, you gotta sleep or take some aspirin.
Aspirin. I take Tylenol.
Same thing.
They're a little different.
Aspirin and Tylenol's more for like aches and pains though.
Yeah.
Same, whatever. We gotta get into that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't about to argue. I don't know that much about that. But what have you been up to personally?
Personally, on a lighter note, I've been watching this reality TV show. Yes, don't judge me. Sometimes I like to watch my drama. I watch it with a friend of mine, so she likes that kind of stuff. So we watch it.
What's it called?
It's called One More Chance. It's a guy, and it's like 20 girls fighting over the guy.
So it's like The Bachelor.
Yep, exactly. Also, I've been watching Naruto, as you know, Vernon.
My name is Naruto Uzumaki.
And I've been watching a couple movies. So what I want to say to the people out there, what I've been struggling with is maintaining my routine, which is school, workout, the music, and eating better, having a better eating lifestyle. So I just encourage you to find a routine and just try to stick to it. It's okay to miss a day here and there, but if you truly believe that it's beneficial to stick to your routine, then you'll do it without having to think about it. What else? I've been struggling with trying to be content with running at my own race and my own pace, because as you guys know, I'm a artist and I make music, and I see so many artists dropping music, like they drop like 4 mixtapes in a year. I'm like, dang, I only dropped like one. That's like 48 songs to my 12. And it's like, I have to drop another one. Yeah, I have to remember, do it for the love of music, quality over quantity, and just, it's my race. It's not no one else's. Whenever I see success in this is when God's going to let me see success, not because I'm throwing out songs here and there that probably no one's going to listen to anyway. I'm also having issues with. Well, you go ahead. You got one. You got another one.
No, I'm listening to you.
All right. And another one is, am I doing enough? That I be thinking that sometimes, like, am I doing enough? Like I see my friend Vernon always working, and it's like I work, but it's not. I don't work probably as hard as he does. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. And I have to think and to just see, like, I'm in school for the majority of my time. Plus, I make music when I want to. I'm trying not to force music out of me. So whenever I'm creating, I want to give it 100%. So I say that to say, you know, whatever you're doing, just focus on yourself and not look at what other people are doing. Because if you focus on yourself, then you got no time to be worried about what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one, I got a lot, guys. Is I'm becoming low key impatient with my goals. You know, I sometimes forget it doesn't happen overnight, and I get frustrated because I feel like I should be further along, especially when I hear the music that's out right now and I hear my stuff. So I have to keep my head down and keep grinding. I also start thinking maybe I should make short term goals along the way so I can be happy about something. Like I was watching this interview.
I said that in the podcast. What are you talking about? Anyway, continue.
What? This podcast is, I'm just telling them what I've been going through, and you know what? Like you and I don't watch our old podcast, so if you mentioned it, I probably forgot.
You guys know what episode I'm talking about. Any of you that have listened to it, okay? Because I remember specifically sitting in this chair saying it was a little checkbox thing. We talked about it.
Right. I'm not. Right. No, but I meant like short. That's true. Same thing. Well, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not stealing your thunder. I'm just saying it again.
No, I'm not even saying that. I mean, I'm saying that's a really big. I was just thinking about that because that's a big thing. If you don't have short-term goals, it's a wrap.
Right. So I was watching this interview up on Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant was talking about a mountain, like rock climbing a mountain, and he was like, if you look at it like the mountain and him, if you look at the top, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this is intimidating, this is scary. But if you look at your feet and you take it a step at a time, it's not that bad. And before you know it, eventually you're halfway there, and eventually you're at the top. So, so just break it down. Take it a step at a time, your goals. Maybe be like, I want to drop an EP and I want to get at least 50 views on this EP. And then once you get that goal, check mark it off like Vernon talked about, and go to your next goal. So, yep. And lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is don't give up. I'm in the stats course right now, and the stats course is killing me. It's killing me. I have like 300 problems a week. It's killing me. Probably more than that.
I got some phlegm in my throat.
Want some water?
No, I'm good.
So, um, you know, don't roll over and die. Stay with it, because there's beauty in the struggle. Remember that. And these are not my own words. Sometimes, guys, I watch a whole lot of motivational videos, so I can just sometimes repeat back what they say and remember it. And someone has said, I don't remember who it was, but these years of hard work not only lay our foundation, but embodies what our character will be. So just remember that. That's all I got.
That's a lot of good points.
Yeah.
It really is, because I feel like people do this. I feel like they're hard on themselves a lot of the time, but then they don't really do anything about it. It's just, and I feel like that can create like a kind of, well, why even try type of state. Like all the things that you are listing, it's kind of like, well, yeah, I just have all these long-term goals, but I'm not going to think to do short-term goals. I'm just going to be like, they're so far away, I'll never get them. Just kind of, I don't want to say depressed, because we did have a talk about that. I want to kind of say just kind of down in the dumps, like you don't even think you're able to do it. And I feel like that's the biggest mistake a lot of people make. Again, it's a journey. It really is. And like Larry was saying with his class, where he said he has like 300 problems a week, what you find is it makes you stronger, everything that you go through. I'm not going to lie to you. The business, being an entrepreneur, it is one of the hardest things that I've done thus far. Because I mean, I don't know what the future will hold.
Right.
Like being a dad, I don't know how the. Anyway.
That's another topic.
Yeah, but just stick to it. Just stick to it. From this update, that's what I want you guys to get from it. I want you to see that if you stick to it, things start to change. The podcast, we're still working on it. We're not giving it up. We're still trying to grow it and do all these different things. We may not be seeing the results that we think we should see right now, because we feel like we're talking about some pretty good stuff.
Right.
But we know eventually it'll get to that point. That's why you stick with it. So when we keep saying you guys or keep talking about you guys, we know the majority of the time most people aren't even going to see this or hear this. But speak it into existence. Continue to do it, and eventually it'll happen. That's how it works. That's how it's happened with the business. I've grown in my professional career as well as my personal. A lot of the times people say it's just business, this is personal, and try to separate the two. But if we're being real, to have true happiness, you're going to have to change both. You're going to have to grow with both. They can't just stay, one can't just stay here and the other one continues to move on.
Right.
It's both, because it's you. It's you. And for you to be who you want to be, personally, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to be like, okay, I'm going to do this every single day, even if I don't feel like I want to do it. Because no one's going to keep you accountable. At the end of the day, they have their own life. If you want it, you're going to have to stay focused and get it. And in your professional life, you got to continue to say, okay, I'm going to get it. Even if you're doing the same thing every single day and you're not doing what you want to do. Let's say you have a factory job and you just put these pieces together every single day and you're not doing anything else. Well, when you get off, if that's not what you want to do, you better be working towards it. You better be studying in college or that trade school or a program or whatever it may be. You better be doing that, or you're not going to change. You're just going to stay stagnant. And that is my hope. This is the last thing I'm going to say, because we're getting kind of long into this.
No, it's only 24 minutes.
My hope is that you guys do what you want to do. I listen to a lot of Gary Vee, Dave Ramsey, and they all say the same thing. It's persistence. Dave Ramsey has a saying. For you guys that don't know who that is, Dave Ramsey, I find him to be like a very good financial guru. There's a lot of people out here that'll tell you to invest in this and invest in that. And I like his strategy of only focus on what you know. Don't do anything that you don't know or that you're scared of. You're kind of scared of doing because, and I'm talking in terms of money, like investing specifically. Like don't get into things that you're not familiar with. And if you're not familiar with something but you want to be, you got to learn it. Be happy. Gary Vee says, be humble. What does he say? He says gratitude. Have gratitude. Be thankful you are for where you are, but always work towards what you want. Because anybody you see working hard or doing this and that, instead of being like, oh, this guy, they think they're doing something. No, they figured it out. They figured out that it's not about what you think. It's not about what family, it's not about what anybody thinks. It's what do you think? What do you want? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live as you. And this is kind of getting into like a little motivational rant type thing, but seriously, I see so many people every single day, just everywhere I go, that I can see in their eyes they are not happy doing what they're doing. And me, I have the opportunity to where I'm not in that anymore. I'm doing something that I want to do. I'm making decisions. I've been able to generate money from it. So I'm seeing like, wow, I can actually do this like for the rest of my life and not have to do this. And that pushes me every day because I'm like, I do not want to go back to that because I know what it feels like. But I took that leap. I still remember working 4:30 to 1 a.m., getting off, studying for 3 hours on the business, and then going to sleep, repeat. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I'll never go back to that, ever. So just take that first step. And that's all I got.
That's all I got, guys. That's all I got. So this is Tell Me More About It. I'm your host, Larry, with your other host, Vernon. And we're out.
Tell us what you guys think about this one. Thank you for the guys overseas. I'm not going to forget you anymore. Thank you for listening too.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we're in the U.S. So, peace.
See you soon.
You can be anybody you want to be.